Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sama. So I want to share this story with you guys. A lot of you may know this lady. Her name is Osinachi Nwachukwu. She's the popular singer that sang the Ekwueme song. For any of you that may not know her, I think when you hear the song, it will jog your memory. I'll let you guys listen to this. Yeah, so this woman apparently she has gone to be with her maker, and the story is, the story is all over social media. Let me actually share with you guys before I share other things that I saw on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever. I decided to find a reputable newspaper, what report they may have, and I went on to what's it called, Premium Times, and I'll read to you guys a few things that they said. You can go, read the whole thing on their site yourself. But let me point out a few things. So Premium Times says popular gospel singer Osinachi Nwachukwu is dead. And then it says the singer who shot into limelight with the hit Ekwueme, which she sang alongside Prosper Ochimana, died on Friday night in Abuja hospital. Now, let me tell you guys what they now said about the family, right? Because now there are several different reports about how she exited this world. But let me read what they now said. They now said her family has not stated the cause of her exit. Okay? Now, so when I went on to what I'm seeing on social media, there is this fingers are pointing at the man she was married to her husband. Okay, and I wanted to just come here and share what I have gathered so far. Please, any of you watching this, whatever you know, whatever information you have, please leave them in the comment section below. What's it called now? Links are important as well. Let's actually dig into this together. There is a report somewhere that she had cancer. Another report that says she was in coma after whatever for like 2 months. But if you go to her YouTube account, there's a video she uploaded 6 days ago. There was another platform where she was actually singing in Dunamis church, and if you look at the program that they had in Dunamis church and you look at the date, it doesn't make sense. People saying that the report that says she was in coma for 2 months, because if she was singing in Dunamis at such a time, it means she was not in coma 2 months ago. So there's just so much secrecy or so much stories going round about this woman's exit. Let me read to you guys. Some of the reports. Some of the reports that are now flying around on Facebook. Now I'll just read them. In no particular order. Apparently, they said this is the picture of the husband, and this one is a picture of her and her husband. And this one, I read this one. It says, I hosted her in one of my programs, The Invasion, in 2019. It was a terrible experience with the husband on the phone. And then when arrived, she shared scary marital issues. She had sneak out of the house to honor the invitation. The husband threatened me on phone and assured me that the wife would not return to his house if she attends the event after we had paid and booked her flights to and from. I think it meant to and from, right? Listen to all of this. And this is the invasion she was talking about. This is the poster for that particular event that she was invited to. And then there's this other one by Chidinma Ezego that says, remember how he tied her up and asked the children to beat her up with cane? She told me this. I'm reading these things not in any particular order. And then Linda Ikeji wrote and said, gospel singer sister Osinachi Nwachukwu dies at 42. Popular gospel singer, 42, she is young. 42, she is young. Okay? Popular gospel singer sister Osinachi Nwachukwu has died after battling an undisclosed ailment. Why is it undisclosed? Why is there so much secrecy? covering this whole story of this woman's story. The Ekwueme singer, who has been on life support for the past, that's actually the report I was trying to talk about, last 2 months, died in an Abuja-based hospital on Friday, April 8. Sister Osinachi, who is known for her angelic voice, is popular for the track Ekwueme. She was 42 years old, right? Okay, another one says, if you know you have a calling here on earth, if you know you are here on a mission, please be mindful who you are ending up with in marriage. You are not cut out to do love at first sight. In fact, she's beautiful, he's handsome, I love him or I love her shouldn't be for you. Marry right first. Marry right first. Love will come later. I don't know about this advice. I'm not going to go into details, but I'm just going to read just to point the fact that fingers are pointing at her husband. I don't agree with everything here, because to start with, you don't only have to have a calling to be interested in marrying right. So, but let me just read it, guys, because it's a different topic on its own. Then he says, love will come later. If not, the devil will use that man or woman to frustrate you and that your mission. Bring out time to pray and hear from God. Devote your time and seek the face of God. Ask questions spiritually. I know most times these prophecies can bring confusion. That's why I said devote your time and seek the face of God personally. Until you hear from him, don't move an inch. God would touch many people to speak out on behalf of Osinachi. That man will not go free. Mbano. It's meaning no. Mbano means no. And it says, it's still hard for me to write. It's still hard for me to write, rest in peace. I still wish this is April Fool prank. Let me be patient. Maybe there will be another news of she made it back to life. And another one here, another one by this Frank Edwards page says, so that unreasonable human being finally put off a shining light. I won't say much now. I'll let the former NDDC director, Auntie Joy, who did everything possible to stop this from happening, talk first. But it still happened. I tried to stop this. Okay, here's another one. People started knowing because he at times insult her in the public. She will still cover up. Do you know for each of her child, once she is pregnant, he will beat her and send her away. When she puts to bed, he will go and bring her back. There are a lot. He only allowed her to stay because he was using her to make money. And this one hissed and said, now she won't suffer, sha. He will now sit down and enjoy royalties. I will post this, let people know his cash cow is gone. I pleaded she should tell Paul Enenche at least to have who would control the man. He was using her. So Paul Enenche is not aware. I think that's the question. She said no, was protecting the man's image. She replied no to the question that does Paul Enenche know? And then he says something the whole Abuja knew. She hid it from people. Nah, people knew. That's the reply. And this was even pleaded with me. I shouldn't discuss that with people. My dear, oh, I couldn't sleep. Oh, Osinachi is very close to me. She didn't die of any cancer. He had an abusive husband. I think he meant to say she had. If I gist you what she suffered under that man, God, I can't hold my tears. The man controlled all her phones, social media account number. All bookings must be made to him. He then gives her little to hold. She confided a lot in me. I know. I encountered him. I pleaded she should tell Paul Enenche. I'm not reading these things in any particular order, but just the content I want you guys to listen to. This is from a reliable source. It says, is a Dunamis Z. It says, so by this time last year, I was with Mama Osinachi Nwachukwu for a program here in Aba with Great Love Glorious Chapel that Mommy Ngozi Maduekwe invited us to. And at the hotel, she kept saying how mean the husband is and how scared of him she was. How he would not lock her up in the house even days when she has important concerts and programs that she have already been paid. And this same man made himself her manager and have made inviting her difficult and unpleasant for many churches and organizations, whereby having negative influence on the woman's ministry. Finally, this is it. I keep teaching and preaching to young female and unmarried female ministers of God through music. Be careful who you marry. In my 20+ years and choir directing. I have seen 1,001 female music careers and music ministries die because of a wrong man in their life or wrong marriage. Another one says, it's truth. Not here to type them, say, Mrs. Osinachi told me herself how hard her husband has treated her. And I'll read this one. Rest in peace, Minister Osinachi. The very first time I hosted this angel, God opened her up to me like a television, and she wept like a baby as she confirmed all and said even much more. She opened up to me and hid absolutely nothing. She confided in me till last week. You see what I'm saying? So how can they then be saying that she was in coma for 2 months and this and that? It doesn't add up. Like I said, she uploaded a video 6 days ago, and then it says, she confided in me till last week. I just don't want to talk. She died prematurely. It could have been averted. The wickedness was so much. She died in silence. She decided to endure the abuse, the pain, and now death. I begged, I pleaded, I counseled, but her nice heart kept enduring the abuse, thinking it would be better. Rather, it got worse. I could not go contrary to her wish as a counselor. She wanted absolute privacy, trusting God to help her, and now death. I have not slept all day. I have said it. Nobody should ever stay in an abusive marriage. Forget what people will say. They are not you. You have to save yourself first. Okay, this was a message to Singles and Married International. This one is a Chidema. It says, Osinachi Nwachukwu's husband has been beating and maltreating this woman, but she's been dying in silence. Now he kicked the woman on her chest, and she's been on life support for 5 days. You see now, 5 days. You see, she posted a video 6 days ago. Now that song, hearing that particular new song she posted 6 days ago, oh my, you know, it hits differently now. And it says 5 days ago, and finally died. Now the man has been arrested, and I pray he rot in jail. I say this often: who you marry is more important than marriage itself, my people. Another one, this one says, so this is true. Sister Osinachi Nwachukwu, who sang Ekwueme, is dead. The most annoying part of it is that she was killed by her husband. Sister Osinachi's husband has been beating and maltreating this woman, not until he kicked her on the chest. She has been on life support since 5 days and finally died yesterday. She couldn't hold on again. The husband has been arrested, and I pray he rots in jail. I keep saying this: you don't endure marriage. Marriage is meant to be enjoyed. Who you marry is better than marriage itself, my people. So I just wanted to quickly just kind of like, because like I said, the information is here and there, you know, I just wanted to quickly just share this aspect of it, and just, you know, just share this aspect of it, and let us actually rub minds. And any of you, any information you have, let's add them in the comment section below, so that at least if we're discussing this topic, we're actually 100% sure